So integrity means doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Hi y'all, thanks so much for joining me. So in less than 15 minutes, I'll be sharing with you what integrity has to do with your business. And then at the end, I'm going to be giving you some examples of those actions where you're not showing integrity, right? Just to give you an idea of what it is and what you can stop doing if you are doing those things. Like and share this video if you get value from it. Really appreciate your support. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, you can also like it or drop a heart in there. I'm Dr. P. I'm a strategic business coach, and I've been a school psychologist for about 10 years in K-12 schools in the U.S. And I've also served on professional organization committees, and I've taught more than 10 online graduate psychology courses at the master's level. And in everything that I've done, the integrity plays a role. Because when you're doing those evaluations with students, you have to have that integrity in terms of looking at those results and making sure that you are actually sharing the valid information with the parents and with the family. And actually even goes back further to when you're actually in that session with the student. It's you and the student, you're getting their responses and you're using this system of coding their responses, and you have to make sure that you are following those standardized procedures. And if the student did give you an incorrect response, that you are marking it incorrect. If they gave you a correct one, that you are marking it correct. So that's where that integrity comes into play, because it's just you and the student in this room, and you're giving them an assessment, and you are making sure you're scoring their responses as they're telling you, making sure that you are actually, like I said, indicating what they said correctly, indicating what they said incorrectly, and then scoring it all up so that you can get a true picture of how the student is doing, so that way you can actually help the student. Those are some of the ways in which, integrity played a role in my experiences as a school psychologist. Being on a professional organization committee, you do have all of these different conversations that are going on, and you have to make sure that you are remembering to show each other with respect, and that you're not walking around doing bad mouthing of each other, right? You want to make sure that what's said to you in that space stays in that space, because sometimes we have those conversations that we can't take outside of a room, so we do have to keep that within, that committee that you're working on. So again, about that quote that I mentioned at the beginning, integrity means doing the right thing even when no one is watching. And I'm sure you've heard that before at some point in time in your life, but do you even know who said that quote? Because it wasn't the teacher or a parent or a principal or administrator. It wasn't them who came up with that, okay? It wasn't your boss. It wasn't a secretary that you heard. Those aren't the people who came up with it. Who came up with that quote actually was C.S. Lewis. He's the one. Hi, Harry. He's the one who came up with that quote, C.S. Lewis. So let me share a little bit about C.S. Lewis for those of you who are unfamiliar with who that was. Clive Staples Lewis, or C.S. Lewis as he's more commonly known, was an influential writer. And if you've heard about the Chronicles of Narnia, he was the person who wrote those books on which all of those movies are based. It was he who wrote those things. So C.S. Lewis was a prolific writer until his death in the 60s. Then, if you flash forward to more recent times, Warren Buffett said, in looking for people to hire, look for 3 qualities: integrity, intelligence, and energy. And if they don't have the first, the other 2 will kill you. Just think about that. Warren Buffett, he said, look for those 3 qualities: integrity, intelligence, and energy. And he's saying if you are hiring people who don't show you that first one, then the other 2 are going to kill you. Okay? And Warren Buffett, if you don't know who he is, he was born in Nebraska in the U.S. in the 1930s. He is an American philanthropist and business owner. He is a billionaire. He's considered one of the most successful investors in the 20th century. Oprah Winfrey, she said real integrity is doing the right thing, knowing that nobody is going to know whether you did it or not. So let me say that one more time. Oprah Winfrey said, real integrity is doing the right thing, knowing that nobody's going to know whether you did it or not. So, Oprah Winfrey, I'm sure you probably heard of her. Oprah Winfrey was born in 1954 in Mississippi, here in the U.S., in a small farming community. She's known for her television show, The Oprah Winfrey Show, that was on for 25 seasons. I know many of us grew up seeing The Oprah Winfrey Show, and she's a billionaire executive and philanthropist. So the reason why I wanted to share these 3 quotes is because they're 3 powerful quotes for you to know as a business owner. Integrity means doing the right thing when nobody else is looking. If you're hiring people, they're intelligent, they have energy, but they have no integrity, then without the integrity, the other 2 are going to kill you. And it is doing the right thing even though no one's going to know whether or not you did it. And these things are powerful for us to know, and they can help us as entrepreneurs. So let me dig a little deeper here and share what integrity means. So integrity does mean adherence to moral and ethical principles, soundness of moral character, honesty. That's from dictionary.com. Business Dictionary said that integrity is a state of a system where it's performing its intended functions without being degraded or impaired by changes or disruptions in its internal or external environments. That one's really much more suited to a business environment, as you can tell. So when you're looking at integrity, it's core to the functioning of the system. A business is a system, right? If you didn't know that, a business is a system. And within that system, there are core features. So if you've ever checked out different businesses you're interested in, they have these things called core values. And a lot of times you'll see integrity listed as a core value. In my company, integrity is actually one of the 4 core values that we have. And I do believe that in being honest and committed, in doing the right thing, in doing the best thing for our clients, our partners, and our company. And this means that when you're working with my company, Priscilla Kucer Consulting Solutions, you'll be getting the best coaching to help you solve your problems so that you can move forward. Because the thing is, you want to work with a business coach who is committed to you, not to themselves. You want a business coach who is committed to you. And that's probably one of the reasons why you even sought out a business coach, because you had problems, right? And you want to find somebody who is going to do the best they can to be committed to your success and to help you move forward, right? Because you're committed to your business. You don't want it to fail. You notice something is going wrong in your business. So you reached out to a business coach for them to help you figure out what's going wrong, because you don't want to fail. You're committed to your business being successful, and I get it. There are times when we get a little stuck and we're not sure how to move forward, and that's where working with a business coach can help us so that we can keep moving forward and we can keep working at our business that we love because we started it and we love it. We know our reason why, and we want to keep moving forward. So for me, I don't know about you, but for me, if I'm working with somebody who is equally committed to me as I am to my business, then that is amazing, and that is going to be a much better fit for you and the person. And the other thing, the other part of integrity, is that honesty part. So when you are in a coaching relationship, honesty is important. How that coaching relationship is going to even get off the ground is by you being honest with your coach. If you're not going to be open and honest with your coach, I can tell you right now, that coaching relationship is not going to go anywhere. Because you entered into the coaching relationship because you wanted to get support. And in order to get the necessary support, you have to be open and honest. So now, on the other hand, the coach also has to be honest with you as well. Because that coach has to understand their own skill sets and their own abilities. So they need to be honest with you to make sure that you're aware of what they can actually provide. Because you went with a business coach because there's something you need. There's a problem you need to solve. So you want to make sure that that person can actually solve your problem. So be sure to ask questions about your problem and to see if this person has any experience or can even offer you any suggestions to help you with moving forward. Because again, in order for the coaching relationship to be successful, you have to be open and honest, and that person also needs to be open and honest with you, right? So these are some of the reasons why integrity is so important. Because with integrity, being open and honest, the other thing that you'll find with a coach is that they're going to give you some unbiased feedback. And that's unbiased, honest feedback. Because remember, your coach is not your friend. Your coach is a person who has nothing to do with your business, who is committed to you, to helping you solve your problem so that you can become successful, keep moving forward. So in order to do that, unbiased and honest feedback is a part of that process. Now, I'm not talking about somebody who's going to be overly critical on you and be demeaning and make you feel bad. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what a coach is. That's not an effective coach, I should say, because you want someone who's going to be honest, give you unbiased feedback. And that is feedback that you can grow from, that you can use, and you can move forward. That is the purpose of the unbiased feedback. Unbiased feedback should not be a means of the person being mean or cruel to you. That's not it. And if that's what's happening, I suggest that you find another coach, because you want to work with an effective coach who can give you honest, unbiased feedback based on what's happening and to help you to be moving forward. So again, I would just want to bring that to your attention to make sure that you're getting that feedback that you deserve. So that's why for me, that integrity is one of our core values here, because I really believe in giving people the best, being honest and giving them the best to help them with moving forward in their businesses, helping them to solve their problems. So honesty is definitely a part of the journey of being a business owner and helping others. For me as a coach, helping others. So like I said at the beginning, I wanted to give you some examples of where you're not using integrity, right? Where people aren't using integrity. So some examples are getting and promoting fake reviews. Because I don't know if you heard about it, but there's some people who go and they put up testimonials and they put up reviews, but these aren't from real people. These are just things they're putting on their website just to lure you in, because they have learned that a lot of people do business based on the reviews and the comments and the testimonials. So there's some people out there who actually go and do fake reviews. So don't be one of those people, please. Spamming your clients with unsolicited emails. I don't know about you, but one time I had interacted with someone on a networking site, and before I know it, they were sending me all of these emails about all the things that they offer, and I hadn't signed up for anything with this person. I think the most we probably did was connect on that networking site, but I didn't give them any permission to be sending me any emails about their business. But for some reason, they took our connection to mean to go on my profile, pull my email, and then boom, start sending me all these emails. Don't be one of those people, because you want to make sure that when people are actually getting your emails, that they're fully aware of it. And one of those ways is to actually start the interaction by saying, hey, you subscribe to this list, and that's why you're getting these emails. Don't just send them, buy my product, buy my service. Actually say to them, thank you for joining my network. Part of being in my network is I do share information via email, blah, blah, blah. And then you put that information out there so that they also have the opportunity to unsubscribe. So be sure to include that option, because maybe they don't want to subscribe to your emails. That is fine. Let them unsubscribe, and that way you know the ones who are getting your emails want to see your emails. A third one is don't oversell or underdeliver your products and your services to your customers. Don't do that. Then the fourth one is misleading your clients that you have abilities and skills that you don't possess. Don't do that. And I already talked about that earlier. Don't talk about some skills and abilities you don't possess, and then tell a client, overselling, oh, I could do all these different things for you, when you know full well that you don't have that skill set. Don't just pull the person in just for the sake of the money, because you're going to end up causing damage. Because if you can't deliver what you say you can deliver, then you're going to end up causing some damage. And who knows, the person might end up suing you because you overpromised and you misled them. So don't do that. Fifth one is knowingly underpaying your partners and your employees. Because you know how much work your partners are going to be doing for you, how much your employees are going to be doing for you. Don't underpay them. Pay them for the work that they're actually doing. Then the sixth one is not giving each customer in your business the same level of service, regardless of the amount of money they're spending with you. So by that I mean, just because you have a client who might be purchasing your most expensive product or service, you shouldn't be treating that person any better than the one who's purchasing your cheapest product or service, because at the end of the day, they're all customers to your business. So give them the same level of attention. So in the end, regardless of if you're a solo entrepreneur or if you have a small team, if you have a medium team, just remember the quotes that I mentioned here from C.S. Lewis, from Warren Buffett, and Oprah Winfrey. Integrity means doing the right thing even when no one is looking. That's from C.S. Lewis. Warren Buffett said, in looking for people to hire, look for those three qualities: integrity, intelligence, and energy. And if integrity is missing, the other two will kill you. And Oprah Winfrey said, real integrity is doing the right thing, knowing that nobody's going to know whether you did it or not. Thanks so much for joining me. Remember, solutions plus actions equals results. Bye, y'all.